Hi, I'm Ed from Uckfield Motor Services, and we're back again with Professional Motor Mechanic magazine, taking a look at a Ring Automotive electrical system tester. If you're really enjoying the content, then please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Right, let's get it unboxed and see what you can do. So the best thing about doing these videos, I get to do a lot of unboxing. It's always exciting to see what's inside. So first things you notice is in a nice sturdy box to protect the actual product. As we can see here, we've got the actual tester itself. It's nice and compact, it's light as well. Beauty of it, only needs 3 AAA batteries, and they literally plug in the back here, unscrew this, and you can put your batteries in there. Comes with a couple of crocodile clips as well, which is good for testing. And most importantly, in here, we got the wires. These are 3 meters long, and we've all been in that pain before with multimeters wires not being long enough. These are 3 meters, so they should be able to get around most of the car quite easily. And also, the other cool feature is it's got this fuse tester, which you can take apart and put it into any size you want. So if you've got mini fuses or normal fuses, you can cover all of them. Right, so we're going to run through some of the features of the Ring Automotive electrical system tester. On the face of it, it looks like a multimeter. It is, but it's also got a lot of other cool features that a lot of multimeters don't have, which is kind of geared towards the automotive industry, especially when we're trying to test wiring, continuity, and bits and bobs like that. So first feature is, it's got 6 volts, 12 volts, and 24 volts. It does battery and starter motor testing, so some of the more basic stuff that it can do. But it can do frequency, so it does hertz, it can do standard hertz, or it can do the duty cycles. It does resistance testing, so it can tell you the ohms that's going through the wiring. Basic voltage testing, but it's got, as I said, it's got the starter and the alternator test on there. But cool feature on this, it's got the ampage testing. It goes up to 80 amps. I mean, there's not many fuses that go up to 80 amps, but you can literally go directly on top of the fuse, but you can also go in line as well and do some current testing. And also, it's got your usual continuity testing as well, useful doing when you're testing wires. And it also does an LED test as well, which is up to 3 volts. And also, one last cool feature, it's got a torch on it. Right, first test we're going to look at is a voltage test, the most basic multimeter test. What's quite good about this is the fact that you can set it on average volts or peak volts, and peak volts means you can see the highest, average and the lowest voltage that's currently going through that circuit at a time. So I'm just going to do a simple test on here, just put it on the battery negative, and I'm just going to test down here at one of the battery things. It's coming up as a 11.94 volts, but actually a low of 11.93, so that's quite conclusive that obviously we've got a good battery. The customers complain that their sat nav isn't working. The usual suspect is a fuse, but what we're going to do is go and run through the process and try and distinguish that it is definitely the fuse that is at fault by testing at the 12 volt socket. And the good thing is we've got these long cables, so we can attach one to the negative terminal on the battery, and the other one I can still have the unit inside the car, so make life a lot easier. It's really easy just to flick through all the various tests. One of the ones I'm going to show you on this is just a starter motor test. So we just go to voltage and then just switch it over to the starter. And then all we have to do is start the vehicle up. And then it comes up nicely with a nice little green light as well and tells us that's all good. Also, what's really useful is I keep going on about these long leads. It's made it really useful the fact that I can sit in the car and just start it up, so I can then just run through the alternator test as well while I'm here. We know this is a smart alternator, so we literally turn the car on. It's asking us to rev it to between 2.5 and 3,000, which is doing as so. It'll show the live voltage here as well, and the lowest voltage. So that's giving us a green tick. It's now asking us to go between 1,500 and 2,000 RPM with the headlights on. As so, and once again shows the highest voltage and the lowest voltage. And that's all good. And then it'll run a diode test on it as well. Aircon off. There we go, that'll run for 10 seconds, same as the previous tests. And then, hopefully, this should be all good. Which it is. So yeah, nice easy test. You could do it from the comfort of the seat without having to stretch leads around. So yeah, really useful. So another feature on this is a continuity test, which is good. We can tell we've got kind of broken wire or something along those lines that's causing a circuit issue. All I've done on this one really is I've just, because there's not actually a wiring fault with it, is we've just attached it to the earth. So I'm just going to test at an earth point on the car. And as we can see, the buzzer goes off, so we know we've got continuity on the earth lead on this one. Right, so you've seen it in action in the workshop. Obviously we've done a few tests on it, but there's lots it can do on it. And what I love about it is the fact that it's a really durable and it's quite small and compact, unlike a lot of the tools that we get in the workshop that can be quite bulky. So it's a good tool to use. I also love the long leads that you get with it. As you saw, we could just actually sit in the driver's seat and do the starter motor and alternator test from sitting there. Whereas, you know, with most battery testers, you kind of have to lean over the windscreen while trying to start the car. It can be a bit of a mill sometimes. Also, I mean, we only skimmed on a few of the features. We've still got you've got the frequency feature. You can do the amps, do the LED test, the diode tests. I mean, obviously we looked at the voltage test and the continuity test, which kind of like two go-to features. But yeah, as a standard with kind of the Ring Automotive stuff, it's really good stuff. Another thing about it is the ease of use. I mean, it's literally all the tests, all 5 of them are just on there, and then you just use the various buttons and it walks you through the tests. So it's pretty much foolproof from top to bottom on this. So say for example, we just want to do the current test. It tells you what to do. Also the instructions, because you've got 4 different ports on here. These 2 are kind of for your voltage and your ampage, but if you're doing inline testing, then you have to use your negative and these 2 here. But the instructions are really good. They've got them in the box and they show you exactly what to do. So all in all, I thoroughly recommend the Ring Automotive electrical system tester. If you look at getting a new multimeter or just getting a bit more into kind of circuit testing and just general electrical testing, I would really recommend this. It's the ease of use. It's kind of a lot of multimeters, you can get a bit confused with this, whereas this makes it as easy as can be, especially if it's your first foray into electrical testing. So yeah, I thoroughly recommend it. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you want some more information on the Ring Automotive electrical system tester, then please click the link below. I'll see you on the next one.